What's going on, guys? It's Trizzy here, back with another video, and today I'm going to be giving my NFL Week 16 Green Bay Packers going up against the New York Jets predictions for this game and what I think both sides need to do to win the game. Now, we both know the Packers and Jets haven't had the best seasons. The Jets started off strong and sort of fell off a cliff. Same thing with the Packers. And I'm going to be going over the three things that both sides need to do to win the game. I already made a video going over all the Week 16 games, which you can check out at the end of the video. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to see that. Be sure to subscribe for more content like that and turn on notifications so you won't miss a video. And let's just dive right into it. Starting with the visiting team, the Green Bay Packers, what they need to do to win the game. I think number one, Aaron Rodgers needs to step up and be more of the elite quarterback that we saw at the beginning of the year against Chicago, against Minnesota. He needs to get more passes down the field, more accurate passes. He needs to be more confident with the ball. And yeah, it's been for me like the Packers haven't reached their full potential, but neither has Aaron Rodgers this season. I don't know what it's been about the Packers this year, but Aaron Rodgers has underperformed. Mike McCarthy has underperformed as a coach, and basically this whole Packers team has underperformed. Where I thought it was just at the beginning of the year, this team was an 11-5 team, possibly a Super Bowl contender with Jimmy Graham. That really hasn't happened. If we look back on the season, they've really underperformed starting at around week 4. And I think if they want to turn around at some point, let it be this season for the last 2 games or next season in order to gain some momentum, I think Aaron Rodgers needs to start taking more deep shots down the field, start being more precise with the ball, and just really taking shots you wouldn't take in a regular game. The Packers have nothing to play for. So, I would like looking through the lens of a Packers fan, I'd like Aaron Rodgers to start spacing the ball, getting some good completions for chunks of yardage, and seeing if they can win this game that way. Next up, I'm going to go. The Packers need to establish a running game. Adam Jones is out. We all know that. But it's what they need to do to establish a running game because they have not had a running game all season. I mean, maybe if you look back at the past 4 weeks, 5 weeks, Adam Jones has been a good threat, but really, they really haven't had that guy that they can lean on. Rodgers can lean on in order to dump the ball off and get the play action pass going. Um, it has been that way in the past with Ty Montgomery, but I just don't see it this year to the point where I've forgotten all about the Packers. I'm not even sure if Ty Montgomery is going to be starting. So it's they need to establish a running game with someone, maybe even do some screen passes, bubble screens, and doing some jet sweeps, like maybe a sweep to Devontae Adams. In my opinion, he's very underrated, and I think he can get some space. If he can get some space down the field on a jet sweep, he's gonna go. Um, so they need to establish a running game. They need the passer to be um, more comfortable in the pocket, and finally, Mason Crosby has to start knocking down his kicks. I mean, we've seen it all year. Mason Crosby has been whiffing on the field goals, and it's really cost Packers a lot of games, especially that one in Detroit. They should have easily won that game. Mason Crosby missed about 5 field goals. I think he went 1 for 6 that game. Mason Crosby has to knock down the extra points. He needs to knock down the field goals in order for the Packers to win the game. There's no other way around it. Mason Crosby has been terrible this season, and so has their running game. So if they can get those 2 things started, I think that those 3 things started, I think the Packers get out here with a win and possibly spark some momentum for going into next season. And yeah, those are my 3 things for the Packers. They need to establish a run game. Aaron Rodgers has to be more Aaron Rodgers like, and Mason Crosby just has to be the old Mason Crosby we know, knocking down his field goals. Now moving over to the home team, the Jets. I think they're gonna need to. First, I think I'm gonna need to stop saying the word. I think the Jets, number one, Sam Darnold has to be a little more efficient. He has to be as good as he was against Houston, as good as he was against Detroit, good as he was against Denver, Indianapolis. Um, just really efficient. And I haven't seen the amount of efficiency I wanted from Darnold at the beginning of the year. He's been like sort of back and forth shaky. And I get he's only played, 10 games this season. McCown has been in some of them because of his injury. And in that time, the Jets are, I believe, 4-6. That's not a bad record for Sam Darnold on this Jets team with not a lot of receivers that he can throw the ball to. I just think that he needs to be more efficient. He has to get better passes, make better, going to the next one, making better play calls for Sam Darnold to be able to throw the ball and execute the way I want him to. Jeremy Bates has been terrible. Let's face it. He's a terrible offensive coordinator, and he's going to be gone after this year. So is Todd Bowles. Both of them terrible at running an offensive game. I don't want to spend so much time on this topic, just considering the fact that, right, we all agree on as Jets fans that Todd Bowles and Jeremy Bates they have not been good for this team. And I think we're going to get them replaced after the year, guaranteeably. Maybe bring someone, like I said in my other video, John Harbaugh and Matt LaFleur. I might even leave a link in the description for that one. But it mostly comes down to, are you going to make the right play calls for Sam Darnold and this offense to succeed? Because it's do or die time for Todd Bowles and Jeremy Bates. I think they can save their job if the Jets put up 40 points or more. They're saving their job in the next 2 games. But I don't see that happening. And, it's really tough considering the fact we've had Bowles for 3 years and we've had Jeremy Bates, which I was really excited to have. But yeah, the offensive play calling has to be a lot better. There's been no scheme all year. And number 3, also piling upon coaches, is we need to adjust at halftime. Green Bay is gonna come out and try and kill us. I think the final score at halftime will be about 10-7 with Green Bay on top. We're gonna need to change our game plan. We have not done that all year. And I think we've done that once or twice against the Lions and the Texans. We won those games. We should have won Texans. But bad play calling again. I just need for the coaches to step up in this game big and adjust at halftime. Maybe we need to get more of a running game going. Maybe we need to change up some defensive schemes. Maybe Sam Darnold has to throw more down the field. Whatever it is, we need to start putting our pieces in the place for them to succeed while giving them a game plan at the first half and then changing it up at halftime, just to keep the defense on their heels. And that will deliver us a better chance to win. That'll deliver the Jets a better chance to win. And as Jets fans, we might even be happy if the Jets win this game because let's face it, we're not getting the one pick. We're not making the playoffs. Maybe we just need momentum to ride into the next year. So yeah, is my picks for the Jets. We got better coaching on 2 levels, offensive game plan, and switching it up at halftime. And we need Sam Darnold to be more efficient. With that being said, I think the Packers escaped here with a win, 24-17. I did also make this prediction in my Week 16 predictions video. Once again, I'll leave a link in the description for that video. I just think Aaron Rodgers is going to get back on track. The Packers ride some momentum into next year, winning this week and winning next week. And while the Jets lose this game, Sam Darnold, I think, will have a good game. Maybe throw for 300 yards, a pick, and 2 touchdowns. I look at that as a good game, and we can build off that in the offseason. And that's a great thing to have, being able to build off pieces in the offseason. And especially considering the fact, really, our best receivers, Quincy Nunwa, Robbie Anderson. Basically, that's a good game for Darnold. So those are my picks. I need to stop saying all the time during these videos just because of the confusion that goes around between the Packers and Jets. Usually a great game. usually a lopsided game during to the Packers, but this week we have a chance to win it. I don't want the Jets to win this game just because I want to draft someone like Nick Bosa or Josh Allen, so we need to get that high pick. And I think if the Jets make it close this week but lose, that's good game to build off of. So final score: Packers 24, Jets 17. Packers get the win on the road, ride some momentum. Jets have a pretty good game, lose right at the end. Good game for Jets fans to watch. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Turn on post notifications. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I'm going to be displaying the video where I made my week 16 predictions right here in about 5 seconds, and my video on John Harbaugh, or the who I think should be the next Jets head coach, right here. If you guys did enjoy, once again, like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Gunga Up.